One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Coming out with it, it's Cotton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Mensa to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Working that left side. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Mensa. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 30. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Throwing, Carr. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's Carr. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Darian Menton to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
The RPO, it's complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Finding open areas. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period.
Here we go, ready. Wide 53, wide 53. Ready, go.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The run inside. It's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Going to the ground. There's some room. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Throwing, Mensah. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Carr. Finds his man. It's Gilbert. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
Blue 22, blue 22. Ready to go.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
That is a crazy sequence of events, because if you're the defense, you're feeling yourself after getting that sack on 1st down. Now you've got them in 2nd in California, thinking you're going to do it again, and you let him get out the gate. The speed shows up. He somehow is able to make people miss, use the speed, get to the sticks. That kills you as a defense.
In the red area, it's Williams. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
On second and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Mensah to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Canes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Under fire. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Makes it past the marker. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The keeper on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here's Carr to throw. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Fires to the middle. It's caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
Here we go, ready. Red 18, red 18. Ready, go.
Throwing, Carr. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Running inside, it's Williams. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So we open the final period with a third down play. From the gun on third down, Carr. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Mensah throws for the tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
A give to Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to go power here, and normally this play hits right up the middle, but there was just too much congestion that forced the ball carrier to bounce it to the outside, and he gets tackled for a loss.
Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now?
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. Looking deep down the right side. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Canes! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Carr. Caught by Williams on the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Rides to back and leaves it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
A designed run for the quarterback. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Swings it out to his running back. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. The quick out. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
And the Canes enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. One more time, it's Brown. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Throwing, Mensah. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and then look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here's Carr to throw. Here's a heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Last chance coming up. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.